All right, here's how you can start reselling right now. This is a full tutorial, basically a free mentorship right now. I know that resellers have a terrible reputation, so all I ask is that you watch a little bit of this video before leaving a hate comment. There is 4 main types of reselling. 1, you can sell the products as real and scam the customer, which is clearly illegal. 2, you could sell the products as fake and let the customer know that they are getting a replica, which is what I do. 3, you could supply other resellers with your products. 4, you could just sell vendor links. Every big reseller you see, like AK Resells or anyone on Instagram Reels, they do 2 things. They sell to other resellers while selling vendor links that they don't even use. That is what every single reseller does. But obviously, this requires a big following. I don't recommend buying vendor links off anybody that has over 20K followers. Also, let me say, to do reselling, it does not require my supplier in the bio. If you already have a supplier, that's great. You do not need mine. So the kind of reselling that I do is buying from my supplier and selling them as replica products. This is easy for me because I already have a lot of customers that I've built up over the past 10 months that are ready to buy the item every time I list it on the apps. You don't need loyal customers to start making money though. It is very easy to sell stuff on just normal online apps. The biggest thing that people always come to me saying is that they can't sell their products. And the reason for that is normally because the product sucks. You're trying to sell something that no one really wants. For example, stuff like AirPods, they're not going to sell. Stuff like spider hoodies, they might sell, but they're really not going to. And the reason being is that so many people resell spider hoodies, so there's always going to be someone selling a more high quality and a cheaper product than you. It's way too competitive. I was struggling with the same thing. That's why I switched to selling more unique products like what I'm wearing right now, an off-white chrome hearts hoodie. You don't see people reselling this stuff, so it's a lot easier to make the sale. Other thing that's worked great for me, this is my supplier's catalog right here. I go to 5A handbags and I go to here. And what I would do, I scroll down until I see something that I've never seen sold before, like this. I have never seen this item resold before. I get it for $45 for 5A, which means real leather, perfect quality. What I then do is message my supplier on WhatsApp and let her know what I want, and then she ships it out to me. And people always come up to me asking, what apps do I list on? What apps? It depends on the product you're selling. At least that's what I do. For example, Chrome Hearts and stuff like this, there's not as many young people scrolling through Facebook Marketplace that are interested in this kind of stuff. Where people are is Depop, OfferUp, and Mercari. That's what I have found has worked best. And for those who may know, Depop is basically a rep marketplace at this point. A ton of people sell fakes there. Everyone knows it's fake. So you need to stand out. Everyone's selling Spider. Everyone's selling Hellstar. No one is selling this. You can see some reviews from my channel. People are buying stuff like this, Van Cleefs. You don't see these being resold that often. These are a great way to start. And then opposed to this guy, no hate to this guy, spider hoodies and Louis Vuitton belts, a lot of people resell those items. Opposed to this customer, he sold this. That is not a common item. That is great. Another thing, people are really quick to try to get rich off reselling and retire. It's very possible, but it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. What I did junior year, I worked at a grocery store for 4 hours after school, which is nothing. I made $60 from that, but I would also sell at least 1 hoodie a day, which would be right around $150. If you add that up, that's $6,000 a month. And that's only if I sold 1 hoodie a day in person. Think about all the apps I'm selling it on. Think about everything combined. I was making $10,000 a month and still am. You'll see that my video comments are flooded with hate and flooded with people saying that I'm a scammer and I'm gonna get arrested. And to that, misunderstand it. I don't sell the products as real. It's as simple as that. I sell them as fake. People love to say, why would anyone buy a fake product? To that, everyone has their own reasons. A lot of people just like the way the clothing looks and don't want to pay $4,000 for it. Also, I'm not selling to new people every single time. These are lasting customers. And now to get onto the last way of reselling, which is selling your own vendor links. I have tons of people coming up to me asking, how do I design a website? How do I do this? And to that, you really have to take a step back and think, is anyone actually going to buy my vendor? People want to see results. People want to see that you have profited off of this vendor and that you have reviews and vouchers and everything. It's not easy to just jump into. People ask where I found this supplier. It was actually about a year and a half ago. I paid someone $300 for it. This was in a high up Instagram group chat. That's where I found this supplier that is in my bio. Big thing that I see in my Telegram is people, they buy the supplier, they get the products in, a week later they make the sale, they get $400, but then they kind of stop and they spend that money not on new items. They just kind of relax. People clap back and say, well, comparison's the thief of joy. Well, contentment is also the thief of progress. You need to keep progressing to get to the point that you want to be at. A lot of people's goal is $100 a day. And I understand you want to be humble, but you need to always dream bigger and keep working. Hey, this far in the video, I'm about to drop some really secret sauce. You need to utilize your Snap and Instagram. It is huge. And I understand you don't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. People made fun of me, which obviously you need to look past. So what I say, make an alt account on Snapchat. You can make it so it's your contact is not saved, and then go through quick ad in your area and add as many people as you want. From there, you need to post the videos on your Snap story of the products and just give a simple price. You can't be too greedy. For example, this hoodie retails for $3,000. So some people are like, oh, so do you sell it for like $1,000? No, I sell it for like $120. I always tell people you cannot get caught up on selling one product, okay? And if you're getting so stuck up, you probably didn't make the best choice in that product. It's probably not a good product. Or if it is a good product, you're listing it at too high of a price and you need to humble yourself a little bit. As for the pictures, what I do is I go onto my supplier's website and download the images of the product off there, and I use those images in my listings. And it has always worked great. This is all just very level 1 basic information, but that's good for this video. Please DM me if